hit it.
starts to grow. We all have our problems. If we don't look them in the eye, we'll never let them go. And build something better, a future not born of pain, where fears and tears are not governed by past, but by the moment which together we make last. situation, make your move and don't look back. Celebrate what you've been given. This life is so worth living right now. Tonight, I hear an echo. My brother crying out in so much pain. He's running in circles behind a wall of self-inflicted shame. Take a long, hard look in the mirror. That's the one who won't let you be free. I'm here for you, brother. You can call on me when you're ready to see. Right now, no need for hesitation. It's a brand new situation. Make your move and don't look back. Celebrate what you've been given. This life is so worth living right now. Right now, no need for hesitation. It's a brand new situation. Make your move and don't look back. Celebrate what you've been given. This life is so worth living right now. A trail, don't turn back, truth unveiled. Now's the time. Open your eyes. No need for hesitation. It's a brand new situation. Make your move and don't look back. Celebrate what you've been given.
And so it begins.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to the Michael Butler Butz Show extravaganza under quarantine in Quarantine Studios at the Sound Museum. And we are live. Starting to get more Randy Orton with my intro. D-Vibes. Yeah! Is he with me? Do we have? Let's get him in here. This is the big experiment. Oh! Wait, is he muted? Are you muted? Are you still muted? Did you mute yourself, D-Vibes? Woo! There he is. Now I hear you. Oh my goodness. Do you see this, people? Do you see what's happening? I think we've actually been tinkering with the recipe. I think we can do like multiple call-ins like this. We were up last night. There were so many things we solved. But we're still in the middle of an intro. D-Vibes! Ah!
Yo.
This is too much fun, man. I see you with the rig. You got keys. There's keys here.
Yeah.
Maybe it is the day we turn some things on over here. Well, I don't hear you that well. All this work, and this is what we get. Can you believe this, Lammy? Hold on. All right. I'm dropping the theme. All right. Let's talk about D-Vibes. All right. What are we actually working with here, Vibes? Talk to me for a second. Oh, yeah. I like the thing. Are we Leighton again?
This is Destiny.
I think he's just letting us get to know Destiny. See, now this is the first time the audience can take a look at Destiny. Yeah, do that.
Isn't she the most beautiful?
All right, now I think we've improved the situation. I think she is the most beautiful thing. Why don't you play her a little bit? Let the people hear. Not ready yet?
I need.
Well, what do you need? What's going on here today?
It's been a day.
Yeah, I can definitely say that's the case. Oh, but we're back, okay? I can see you, Vibes, and that makes everything, that makes a huge bit of difference for me.
Yeah, and
You know,
what? Awesome.
You know, the funny thing is we get on late because we do an elaborate check, and you never hear the chop until, like, we get online. It's like, here we are. We're working man hours, Lammy. You know, not getting paid. You know what I mean? It's like we're locked in a room with each other. We stay up all night. You should have seen it. Like, Lammy was out in, like, 3 different hallways doing, like, road tests and all that. Let's see. If I say D-Vibes, you say yo. When I say Vibes, you say yo. Vibes.
Yeah. Yo.
Vibes.
Yeah. Yo.
All right, we're getting there. You know, it's not uncommon in this sort of format to have, yo, Rohan. Rohan's out there. When I say Vibes, you say yo. Yo. Vibes, I don't know. When I say Rohan, you say yo. Rohan.
Yo.
Rohan.
Johan.
Johan. Love you, bro. Oh, man. So, yeah, we're just getting the fam together. Give everyone a chance to come on in. This is a hang. You know, like, there's no pressure. If we're going to do a show every day, and I realized this when I did a daily radio show. Usually, you know, you can have a guest. It's great when you have guests. But, sometimes you just got to hang out. It's just got to be a hang. I got vibes. Sometimes I won't even be able to get D-vibes out here. So, just be when we hanging out. So this is a self-sustaining recipe is what I'm trying to say. What we've got here, with me and vibes, and look at that smile. Look at that smile. I don't care how many times your window resizes, vibes. Like, for no reason at all. That's the one thing that we can't figure out with this damn program is we can get, as many people to sort of, we can send, an invite to this Skype group, but, every time we put them up there, it's this, wonky window resizing bit. It's just unbelievable right now.
Yeah.
I do? That's unbelievable. I can't believe I sound baked right now, even though I did just take a hit. The point is that I'm pretty much baked all the time, so why do I sound baked right now? Why? This is wasn't this supposed to be Passover, but it was scheduled? Isn't that the thing we do at Passover is ask the 4 questions? Why is this day not like other days? Why is this night not like other nights? Why do I sound baked today when I don't sound baked any other day? I don't know. It's a good question. I'm trying to figure these things out. But yeah, no, so we're getting this all up and running. It's I figure my motto is if we can have everything moving a little better than it was yesterday, if we can make a little progress every day, then we're going to take over the world. Right?
Oh, we're there.
Just a little just a little bit of progress. That's that's true for everyone. If you make just a little bit of progress every day, the sky is the limit. It's not even the limit. There's not enough room. There's not enough room for you in the galaxy. You just, so I mean, that it's not going to be like that every day, but by and large, I'm just trying to be positive right now. Because we've been busting our ass, and that wasn't the rollout I was hoping for. It's not your fault, Lammy. And vibes, I can hear him out there. I hear him for a second, and then he sort of breaks up. I'm still convinced that your internet isn't so spectacular at your house, and that's really what we're dealing with here. Oh.
We got full bars.
All right, but if he calls on his cell phone, I think we lose the image. I mean, that might be Vibes' dedicated channel. You know what I mean? Well, okay, audience, you got to look at him. There he is. That's what he's doing.
Don't you love it?
I mean,
Those look good.
Yeah. I want to leave you up there, but, we need a separate camera now. We're back to the Bloom method, where we have a second camera on you, and you call me on the phone. The problem here is, it's just,
It's too slow.
Yeah, it's too slow. Your audio is shit, my man. Okay. Yeah, you're out of here. All right, so much for the rollout. Jesus, just call me. One day soon, and that day is coming, and that's actually something I want to give a shout out to Damon and Greg over at Festify. These guys have just a genius company that they put together that provides Wi-Fi to live events. Oh, there he goes. See you later, Vibes. Happy trails. And they've taken an interest and want to see that my signal improves in matters like this. So we're working on things, folks. But like I said, we're rolling out technology. Maybe at some point we're going to end up with a more advanced program. Okay, that's not too hard to. That's not too much to ask for. We'll end up with something that maybe gives you a window that doesn't just keep resizing and a bandwidth that can carry a signal. Here's the thing: it's with D Vibes out there in Colorado. I just wish I was with them. Right? That's what this is all about. We're learning how to feel together when we have to stay home. It's kind of nutty. I can't even imagine what it's like to grow up in today's climate. I think I got into this once a couple days ago where I was talking to my niece, and, she reads a lot of books. She loves novels about, dystopian futures. And, I'd found that out, and it was just something I remembered. And now we're kind of living in one. And, a young mind like hers, is someone who should be hacking away at putting this coming up with stories about how we find our sense of oneness with our sense of togetherness. Like, for example, I sing for a band. The band is called Barely Dead. We play every Wednesday at Thunder Road, and it's been going on for several years. And the routine of it has become something that brings people together. It's something that people don't want to miss a Wednesday because it's not the music is great and all, but it's more than just the music. It's the sense of community. It's seeing your friends, knowing that whatever's going on in your life, you've got like a place where you can go. It's I'm starting to speak the Cheers theme, but like, wouldn't it be nice, where everyone knew your name? It's that place for the people who go there, and it's just become a place where like once a week, there's like love and passion and hugs. And, a lot of us, maybe not through the Barely Dead family, which I invite you all to join. There's a group called Barely Dead Family, BDF. I invite you to join. And, maybe if not through that group, some people have it in other ways, whether it's at the workplace with a tight team or who knows. There's places and things we do that normally bring us fulfillment that we can't do, and things that we do specifically to feel connected to others. And in the absence of all those things, we're doing our best to feel together. And I don't know if you've been, some of you maybe, what's going on, Lammy? I mean, I'm trying to get sentimental over here, and you're shouting. You see that he does this, by the way. Like, I don't know if he's talking to me half the time or he's talking to himself because he's working on tech things. But he's very, vocal when he works out his problems. It's amazing. I even took like a video of it last night. And it's the kind of thing I would share to like an Instagram or something. It's like, by the way, this is that shit I'm talking about. This is Lammy talking to himself while he does battle with the computer. But anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. We're talking about community here, setting it up, replacing, not replacing, but it's different now. We've got to find a new way to do this. And I don't know. It's just, it's great. Like, Rohan, for example, is out there watching, and Rohan, is someone I spend a lot of time with, and normally I see him at least once a week. Because he comes to my shows, and sometimes I'll pick him up, and we get to go to the show together, or get to the show early and do some hanging beforehand. And, that's part of my life. That's part of my routine. It's part of his routine. And it's some of the best times we get to have. And what do we do? What are we doing? So that's all my goal is right now, is to create a platform like this that, exists in this time where we can all get together. So anything you can do to sort of pass this along to your friends, this is a break in the action. Wait, is he back? Is it working better? We're going for it again? He what? It might work better. All right, well, pick him up. Does he hear me? Vibes?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wait, is it working? I'd have to say no. What the? Wait a minute. Is Skype listening into the show and like? Oh, was that?
You hear me?
Oh my God! Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
All right. Yeah. Can you see?
It's happening again. It was working for a second, and now the audio is chopped. I can't rely on it, Vibes.
Is it? You don't hear it?
I get your audio in like 1 second bursts. It's like I get 1 second of a 2 second word, like a half a second of 1 second. You're like, it what? Does it work really? I really. I bet. Yeah, I don't think it's working well enough to really fuck with right now. I got to be honest.
I'm calling. I'm gonna call.
That's it. You know, we try over here. I kind of love the format though. It's just you sort of just turn it on and battle the show. It's like tune in to the Butz show and watch Butz do battle with his own show. So yeah, oh, there goes D Vibes. I saw his name flashing in the corner. But yeah, oh, here we go. There he is. There's the kid. D Vibes.
Oh yeah.
See now, you know this is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's like sorry that we can't see you, but you know maybe we can work on having a dedicated Vibes cam, and we'll do this for now until I can like find a way to upgrade the situation. We were close.
We were close.
We were close, but yeah, but and the thing that sucks about this is that for a second there you could hear all my music, you could hear all the sound effects. You know, that's what we're trying to do.
It was coming through perfect on my end.
Soon, Vibes. We're gonna jack up the power here. We need more power, Lammy. I'm giving her all she's got. I'm trying to tell you, man. So, Vibesy, a day in the life. Here we are again. You know, what can you do to take your mind off things but make beats? I think now, if you actually wanted to play something, we'd actually be able to hear it.
Oh, yeah, true. Let me see. I got queued up in the archive. I think that was cool yesterday, the one that Borm.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Brandon.
I mean, that was a really cool show. I mean, that was kind of what it was. That's what I was saying. It's like if you were listening to the last night's show, it was just an impromptu hang between like three guys, you know, the four of us, and we just wanted to get caught up. We were just hanging out, talking about keyboards, and just taking our mind off things, and that's all I'm ever really trying to do right now. You know, I don't know. It's kind of wild, but like, you know, when I'm not on the air, it's kind of a different reality. I'm watching the news, and I'm just bracing myself because, you know, it's cognitive dissonance at the highest level. You have one side saying one thing and one side saying the other. And, you know, and now it's just like... Now it's just like the news and the media have just decided to say, you know what, screw the president, listen to the doctors. It's really quite scary when you watch them breaking it down that everyone has to spend all their time talking about, you know, well, our president is not to be listened to. It's all misinformation. You know, like the last word tonight I heard someone say was, you know, I don't believe in our leaders, but I believe in us. And, you know, like, that's great. We need to rely on the American people. But as this has progressed, I haven't been able to rely on the American people because, by and large, the numbers suggest that not enough of the American people actually took this seriously enough and stayed home when it was time.
Yeah, none of them are still taking it seriously, to be real.
To be very real, we already know that, like, people just don't stay home. People are out. They're doing things. You know, no one wants to hear it. Like, when it comes down to, yeah, that means, like, if people are saying you shouldn't get together in groups larger than 10, that means, like, where are you going?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, yeah.
So, Vibes, I don't know. Like I said, I want to hear something from you, man. Play me a chord. It's going to make me feel better.
I got you, man. This is a little joint I was working on. We got it queued up. I like this one a lot, man. This is my jam. This is my jam.
That sounds like rock to me. Yo, you hear me, Vibes?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I like that. You know, Vibes, by the way, can you, we might actually get a call in from Lockhart later. For the guests, I think we're actually about to bring on drummer Charles Haynes. Charlie Dog Haynes is about to call in, folks.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know, Charles is someone who is, you know, I've known in the city, been watching him play music since maybe like 96, 97, something like that, down at Wally's. And from the day I saw Charles, it was just like, God damn it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Charles Haynes on the drums was almost like, out of all the drummers that were around, there was only one cat I can think of that, like, you know, gave him any heat at the time. In my eyes, was like Mark Simmons, and of course, there's DeAnthony out there who scares the living bejesus out of everybody. But I mean, like,
Little
you
John
know,
Roberts.
Oh yeah, Little John was there without question, and John Blackwell. You know, these guys were all
John Blackwell.
These guys were all legends, but you know, right there with the best of them, with all of them, and my favorite of the bunch was Charles, because Charles had this like bombast to his playing that, like, I don't know that you can really. It's hard to match. You know, the person who sort of like, you know, comes as hard as that is Nikki. She brings it too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like, and there was like a great Sam show once. The Sam Kinninger Band once had a show where it was two kits the whole time.
Oh.
Nikki and Charles.
Oh, dang. What?
You see what I'm
Where are the
saying?
recordings of that?
I think I might even have one somewhere. Was that the Paradise? Wait, wait. I'll bet I might even have that. Is that something? Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, live at the Paradise. Here's that. Wait, we can play this. Here's a drum intro. As you know, I'll play this as I go get Charles. This is like the drum intro. I think I got 13 minutes of funk right here. Why don't we do that? Is that okay with the people? Can I see some action out there? All right, let's do this. All right.
Yeah.
This is like from the Paradise, No More War for Oil, a tune written by Adam Deitch, I believe, on the Sam Kinninger album that I love so much, which I always say is one of the best recordings my friend's ever made, and Charles is all over that record. So, you know, I'm excited to talk to him about that. Charles is all over that record, and the guy who mixed that record is sitting to my right. Yeah? You said you did. No, you're in the credits, right? No, the studio is. You were there. You knew that it happened at the studio. Why would you know where it was if you weren't there? Okay, right? Also, yeah, I think he did it too. All right, well, here we go. This is from the Paradise. Let's go get Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to the Michael Butler, still the Butz Show, still in the quarantine, still with Lammy, still with D-Vibes.
Aw, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. I can kind of hear it a little bit.
What's going on? Like, how did everything just get so much better? You sound better. Everything sounds better.
Yes.
You know, I honestly wait. Is that because you have speakers going? He can hear. I think he can hear us better. That's actually good for him. Let's leave him on a little bit. Look, that's a workaround. These are the things that we do that give us like a little bit of a leg up, you know, until we figure out a better situation. And in fact, speaking of better situations, I think we went through it on the last break, and you know, I think we're convinced, by the way, that we need to jack up your internet speed. I think that is the anomaly that's causing, you know, a bump in the road for us.
I'm on the 5G network.
Well, maybe you need a 6th G around. Beef up your squad.
Kind of do right now.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think we, you know, wherever the router is, you need to get like an Ethernet cable long enough to run directly into your laptop and hit me from the Skype camera on your laptop, and then I think we'll be rocking and rolling vibes. To be perfectly honest, unless that computer just says,
No, we can do that. Because then you'd probably be able to hear my audio from my keyboards better.
You know who just gave me the okay sign with a thumbs up? That was John Lammy, folks. If the sound guy says yes, then then yes. There's nothing worse than bad sound. And dude, that's the thing. Oh, it was so funny earlier, by the way. You know, as we were getting ready to go up right now, Vibes was actually like taking us around doing what he was doing while we had the camera feed going. And he was on the phone, and he was actually, like we always joke, like who's cooking right now? Like who's got the pots and pans out there, you know? And it's like, look, he's got pots and pans out there.
Yeah. But I wasn't cooking. I was just eating out of them. My mom was cooking.
All right, well, but it looked good. Oh my God, dude! Like food porn is even more dangerous to me right now than real porn. I mean, actually, they're both pretty dangerous. Like that is like the crazy thing. Like you know those like cartoons where like you look at somebody and they turn into like a chicken wing or something. You know what I mean? It's like like Lammy keeps morphing into like 12 or 25 different things that I like need right now, and I'm like I have to slap my face. Like I don't even know what's going on. I think I saw him with like a big set of jugs the other day, and I was like, "What's going on, dude? Like I'm not in prison right now. Like oh my God, get me out of here!" I don't know. For those of you who tune in, they catch me. You know who I am. We're just right. Like I say, I like to say it a lot. We're just hanging out right now, but my God, this is not normal. Okay, like this is what, Lammy? Have we done 11, 12 shows now? This is the 11th show in 11 days, folks. Give me applause for that.
11 shows in 11 days.
Crazy. The applause is getting bigger. Am I crazy? I think it's just because I turned my headphones up today. Yeah. Maybe that's what it was before. It's just like when I was like, we need bigger applause. It was just that my headphones were down. No. I can hear it in the screams that they weren't excited enough. Oh, you really think so, Fraz? Everyone thinks I'm baked today. I'm relaxing today. I have more time. I'm not conducting a high-pressure interview or anything like that. You know what I mean? I can turn it on. I can turn it off, okay? I can turn it on. I can turn it off, okay? But right now, I just want to be baked, chilling with D Vibes and John Lammy for your listening and enjoyment. You know what I mean? And maybe if you, since we're doing virtual hangs, I pass this to you. Okay? Everyone out there. All right, wait. There's like a little bowl.
What do you?
I'm working with a little peep because I like to do oneies because I have to conserve. I'm running low. All right, so Oh, by the way, Lammy, why don't you get that the Venmo up, because this is where I make my pitch, because I'm running low on weed. Okay, and I still have plenty of oatmeal, but I think I need to go get a few things. This is just crazy. I'm definitely not eating enough. Okay, so like your chicken looked really good. It's not because I can still like I'm not.
So
It's desperate over here, but only because I don't want to go out there. You know what I mean? I figure I'm like someone who's very rational. So if you say to me, you should be able to go outside. It should be fine. You just don't touch anything, social distance, all the, take it be very careful. Yeah, but like, I don't have to be very careful if I don't even go out there.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
if I don't even
I...
go out there, I just sort of have to clean up my space, and just keep that nice and together, and which is a fight of its own. So like, let me just stay away from everybody else. Like that's the message here. Like maybe everyone else isn't treating it like prison, but I am. Like we should all be thinking that we're in extreme lockup right now. Like if you have to break that fourth wall for like a trip to the market for supplies, for prison supplies. If you have to do that, then do that.
Or if you need your medication. I mean, it's hard. Another thing I noticed is like the weather has been so good in a lot of places. Like literally, how can you tell like these kids inside all day? Like, no, you can't go out on the front porch. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of the front porch, by the way, I might have to initiate that porch hang, Rohan, because I see that you got something there that I might need. Okay, so you know what I mean? Like we can work out the drop because I think I might need to go for a ride. But I'm really like putting my head down. I think it's working for me to just sort of coop myself up and come on the camera and just be like, help me. Like, I don't know. It's like, this is getting crazy, folks. I got to be honest. But yes, there's the Venmo. Yes, help me. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, because everything that we do right now is going towards something bigger. Like keep me going because like I said before, we've got plans in works to keep this show moving forward. But I don't think that's going to do much. That's a separate issue. We're going to keep we're going to keep pushing here. This was never about the money. Okay, so right now, I usually have a couple other forms of income that have all been sidelined. And it's just a crazy thing to have to deal with. And I basically dealt with it by tightening my belt, literally. And every day, perhaps another notch. But, it's not that bad. But this was the diet that I wanted and that I've been trying to get on, that I didn't have the discipline because I always broke my diet to sneak out to the convenience store at night, even if it was just for some unsalted cashews or something like that. I don't know. Anywho, Charles, we didn't know what happened to Charles. Charles said he was coming on, and then like his phone disappeared. So I don't know. This happens sometimes. We're always just prepared to do the show, and that's the cool thing is that I'm discovering that we can get back to just a simple format. Like people like hearing me talk, but they also like music too, right? Like wouldn't it be cool to sort of play some music? Help people get through this.
We need it.
Yeah, so I'm sort of cultivating a song list about songs I can sort of sneak over the Facebook air until we dedicate ourselves in another location. But this is kind of what it is. This is I joke that I have a travel rig in case I need to go mobile and, I can't come in case I need to go into I can't come into Lammy's studio. So, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this, but... we'll go on, but I have to figure out how to get music to the people. Like, what about a Viva La Hop tune? You want to play a Viva La Hop tune for the people? This is old school Viva La Hop.
You can play as much Viva La Hop tunes or D-Vibes tunes.
I don't know, dude. You want to send me something?
Yeah, I'm like literally sending you this right now. Oh, this is a nice one.
Well, what do you know? We got a donation. Thank you so much. You know who you are. Let's see. What is this? I mean, there's so many cool things. If I play that like strange quality version of The World Is Rated X, you think that'll get like kiboshed? I hate these kiboshes that they throw out there. You think if I play any Lewis Taylor, anyone cares?
Maybe.
Somebody cares. Yeah, someone owns that song somewhere.
Yeah.
I really hate that. But, the goal is to play stuff that people don't get to hear anywhere else. So you got to really dig deep.
This is a tune. Well, the tune I'm sending you now.
Hey, send it to butzrage@gmail.com. You know, I think anyone really. See, Rohan wants to hear some Viva La Hop. I see that. See, I get my comments a little bit later. I know he does.
Rohan was one of my favorite Viva La Hop fans at the shows, man. We used to have so much fun.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. And it's just what a thing to have in common. That at one time, you had a band that was Rohan's favorite band, and he came to all your shows. And then one time I had a band, and it was Rohan's favorite band, and he came to all my shows. I mean, how cool is that we share that like that? It's so random,
yeah, dude,
but not
Rohan
at all. He really is.
Rohan, man, dude, he's one of the best guys out there, man. Great spirit, great person, man. Everybody should show love to Rohan, man. That's my bro. Love that guy.
Yeah, we love you, Rohan. Big time. So for you, it's going to take a couple seconds. Let's see. If you had a request, it'll take too long for him to give me a request off that album. So
Time.
Yeah.
New Breed.
Yeah, and you want to do like a double shot, New Breed into Time?
Yeah.
And we'll come back. You know, I think we're just going to dip and dodge and bob and weave and play some songs tonight. And me and Vibes are going to have some fun and continue the hang because, like I say, we're really just hanging out here. And that's what we all need right now is just a place to hang. It's like it's a party. This is what I've been doing my entire life is that I hang out maybe at my house or someone else with a crew of friends. We sit around. We listen to music. We smoke pot. Those of us who are drinking, drink. You know, might have been me, could have been me, would have been me, but not when I'm driving. But I'm definitely taking her easy. You know, I do have some extracurriculars tucked away in case of an end of the world scenario. And I'm like, no, that day'll never come. You know, and then all of a sudden it's just like,
man,
here we are.
The way
guys.
we're looking now.
The only way I get to see anyone is over this computer screen. It's pretty nutty.
The world is in a weird place right now, man.
Yeah, you know what it is? The world is a little bit under the weather. You know that tune, Vibes? That's maybe we need to play that one. I can't get away with that. Oh, but maybe I can do Crew Orleans doing The World is a Little Bit Under the Weather if I can find a version. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they got live versions.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Who knows? But anyway, here we go. The New Breed of Animal. This is Viva La Hop.
Viva La Hop. That's that VIVALAHOP coming at you.
On the Butz Show.
If I don't like you, then I'm charging extra. Architecture, I construct these bars, and I feel up to par. Going up, I roll up this raw. I feel stuck up, y'all, because I stay high. But it's a method to my man, it's some areas the way I feel my way through this madness and see the light through gray skies. It makes so I feel it in my soul like daylight. Say wow, this is a new breed of animal.
Like any side 9, where I do that stop sign. The devil kept calling my magic hotline, but I'm Hercules, mighty morph into that soul brother. That afro picking, finger licking motherfucker. I possess that rare ability to enhance my recognition. Master every tactic through practice and repetition. Time bomb ticket, my mind's on a mission to have my mama chillin' and my diamonds glistening. That Peter Pan, Reaper Man, speaker bumping cool cat. Here to take over, breaks over, better move back. Microphone killer, no thriller on the visual. Heart full of love, my lung full of medical. Mind on my money, eyes on Mercedes. Haters stay watching while my eyes on they ladies. No need to brag, but my crew got that loud pack. I'ma put it down flat, I know they won't allow that. Ha, yeah, check, listen. This is a new breed of animal. Ha, this is a new breed of animal. Yeah, this is a new breed of animal. This is a new breed of animal. VA. Check, I be that backbreaker, the track maker. Matter of fact, every time that I rap, a earthquake, Backwood rolling with my homie from Jamaica. Green alligator, smooth operator. I rhyme sloppy Joe on that potato roll. When y'all be there, you know I spit the shit that they don't know. When I'm home in my zone, my iPhone be silent. Cause my zone is my zone, my mind's on a diet. I need it, I want it, you know I got to have it. Fisher Price Philly, I be moving automatic. Like Papa Billy if I'm really feeling ratchet. Your mirror on the wall say who be bringing that magic. It's that VI. Yo, hold up, give me that replay. VI. Okay, now let the beat play. Money can buy you clothes, but you can't buy no flows on eBay. That's why I get it the street way and spit my shit so easy.
Even doggy and shit. Even though it's going hard, you can make him out of yard. Even though you wanna be, even doggy and shit. Even though it's going hard, you can make him out of yard.
I slow it down and I tell them like, life's a rave. So get your lights and let's rage. Start the day with preparation so that by the end we're blaze. My hands to the constellation like it's music that I praise. J's on my feet and in the air too. I'm puffing while I'm jumping, what are you scared to? I'm loving the way you're stomping, you can swear you feel so good you think you gotta throw it to the air too. And your head grew from the dancing should be sloppy. You try pop in a Bobby pin to keep it in probably. Shorty's looking godly, the owner's dead too. So take it to the floor for the party, I dare you. Like a parachute, I'm in the clouds, dude, the crowd too. The music's only water, we can douse you. Bounce to the next spot. If you're not loving it, the hop came to shut shit down like the government.
Even doggy and shit. Even though it's going hard, you can make him out of yard. Even though you wanna be, even doggy and shit. Even though it's going hard, you can make him out of yard. I know that you want it, I know. Let's be fair when I break it down. Baby, don't act like you don't care. Cause the bullshit I say no, and to good vibes I say yeah. So listen, baby, cause this is real. Somebody gotta show me, so watch me how I do it. I got that juice, I don't even have to prove it. Remember my name, cause you're gonna hear. I'ma make you get up, I'ma make you be real. You'll be wanting it, taking it, then I'll be wasting it, loving it, hating it, then it up, breaking it, digging the hole. Get yourself trapped and then wake up, see me, cause I'm up and I'm getting it. Everybody talking shit. Even though it's going hard, you can make him out of yard. Even though you wanna be, everybody talking shit. Even though it's going hard, you can make him out of yard.
Yeah, y'all.
You got to make it to the chord change. You know, it goes all the way to the chord change.
Yeah. I lost breath halfway.
It's all right. You know, we're not in shape right now.
I've been getting in shape. I've been waking up and I've been stretching in the mornings, like yoga.
Yeah.
And it's like, and this morning, I had a crazy morning when I woke up this morning, but I didn't get to do my stretches until like mid-afternoon. And like, dude, my body was hurting so bad. But as soon as I stretched, it was just like, damn.
You stretch every day?
You know? Yeah, man.
That's good.
I've been really trying to take care of. You know, I got that bum shoulder, man.
Well, that was what I was just thinking. Honestly, you read my mind right there. You see, because I think about, I'm concerned for my friends. When you stretch, like, don't stretch too hard because you might pull that shoulder right out.
Oh no, man! It's been helping. It's actually been helping with the pain in my back. And I've been like toning up my body, you know, like getting my muscle.
Yeah,
together,
I'm not trying to negate it. Yeah, do that.
It's like the more I'm in shape, man, like physically, it make my singing better. One, you know, I can dance again too, you know. And if I'm singing,
your singing is better. I mean, it's just getting better all the time. I've listened to something you put out the other day, and it was just. Sounded beautiful, man. Fucking beautiful, bro.
Thank you, man.
But anyway, it's important to work out. It's important to stay fit right now. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm on I got the diet part down right now, but might be time to start.
I'm on the try it. I'm on the try it right now.
Yeah, I got to talk about that time. Here, wait. You know what? I forgot that we got the quick release, Lammy. What am I doing? I'm so used to doing things the hard way. I forget that I have the world's greatest producer who hooks me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous. Never occurs to me with the quick. Never mind. It's too hard to explain. But, man, dude. We're just, moving real slow here. I don't think I ate enough today. Like I said, like I need to work out. I need to eat more. I like the diet, but we got to do something about this, Vibes.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like I have to push myself to work out because, like, being in quarantine, I feel like I haven't eaten so much food. And
right.
then, like, my mom has been cooking so much good food. Like, it's just like, man, I
think it's actually important. I saw someone's recommending protein and vitamin C. Yes, I'm with that. And also, vitamin D is, if you're not getting enough sunshine, vitamin D becomes essential. In a quarantine scenario, so I'd recommend that too. Now, I'm not going to eat now. I'm fine. I'm talking. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I'll do while doing a radio show, but like eating should not be one of them. You know?
Yeah. You know what else? Vitamins they need?
What?
Vitamin FUNK.
Oh.
Vitamin Funk.
That is the most important vitamin right now because it speaks to everything. It sends the proper energies throughout all your chakras. I got to talk about that time, Vibes. So Vibes and I did a couple years of radio, just doing this. That's what I'm saying. Like, no guest is needed on the Butz show, especially when Vibes is on the horn. I mean, I've got a guy, sorry. Like, this guy right here, D Vibes, he's got some credits. He's got more credits than most of y'all, saying. He's kind of the guy, just watch him. You know what I mean? Watch him go. And that's basically what this show is about. It's not my story. It's his. Trust me, because I'm not going to be here forever, and I damn sure want to be gone before he is. Okay? Do you know what I'm saying? So, Vibes, I know that's going to be a shitty day for you, but better that way. Better that way. Okay? Nah, man. Let's both, I want to be like 120, and I want you to be 100. And then, I don't know what happens. It doesn't matter at that point.
We'll still be doing radio.
Oh, my God. I want to see that show. It's like the end of life, you know what I mean? Just on the mic for 20 hours.
Or they'll invent like a new pill, It'd be like Futurama, like our heads would be on jars and we'll be on top of robot bodies.
I mean, you make jokes, D Vibes, but that's long been my fantasy. That's like been my that's like my biggest fantasy. Like I want to live long enough to be like the first brain to be downloaded into a hard drive. You know what I mean? Like, and then maybe upload it into a body, or like put my brain in a jar and give it legs. You know, I don't know. It's just like turn me into something that like has some sort of online presence. I guess I'm preparing for that now. You know what I mean? I guess that's what this is. If Lammy and I stay here in the booth long enough, we're gonna figure out how to download my consciousness right into the program. That's what we're working on. I mean, see, this is what I'm getting at. I realize why everyone thinks I'm baked, just because I keep getting sidetracked. It's like I was talking about my niece and how we needed to, like, I thought, what are these stories that people are going to write that are inspired by our scenario right now? You know? It's like all kinds of things, like future sci-fi. It's like the conditions have changed. It's dicier out here, that like people used to speculate on it and write books about panic in the streets and all that madness, but like, oh, that would never happen. Like, we could never be like confined to our houses the entire world. Like that could never happen. Yeah. Hey, and it's good.
But
and it's
it has
good.
happened before.
Well, yes, it has, but not in a while. But like even then, they didn't have it like now, where everyone knew what was going on the planet.
No, and like the way they traveled then was, like. They were traveling by boat, people are coming in like 2 or 3 hours after, like, on airplane, it's kind of recycled air, it's like some dude is sneezing the whole time, they get off, and then like they kind of wipe off the plane, the Lysol seats or whatever, and like that dude's coughing, like his germs are like sitting in the air, they're floating in first class,
Yeah, I think it's a mistake a mistake for anyone to actually consider that this is anything like anything we've ever been through before. Oh, like with any of these other plagues, and because it's like plagues, like, oh, what do you mean plague? Yeah, like the bubonic plague, or there used to be plagues. I mean, I don't know what does it take to get the coronavirus turned into a plague? Like, is there like a percentage of like fatality that turns like a deadly virus into a plague? Do you know what I mean? It's like it's Passover season, and it's been. I was gonna say there's another one I didn't finish, and it's been canceled for by a plague. It's like it's the story. I just like saying that word, plague. It's like a story about a plague, and we can't get together with the family because of the plague. And it's like we're inside, okay? Why is this night like all other nights? Why is this night unlike any other night or any other Passover before that? Is because of these motherfucking plagues.
Forgive me if I don't shake hands.
Yes, I don't do that
It's
anymore.
wild.
Yeah.
It is wild, man. But it's just like I have seen, and I've seen like 4 or 5 people on my Facebook that have had it, that tested positive for it, and they have recovered.
All right, see, my producer is really getting into it now. I'm so proud of him. He just sent me over on my screen a definition of the word plague, which I don't even know if he realized. It just means I get to say it a few more times. Like I had moved on, but now I get to say it, and I'm thankful on both counts. So plague, how do I milk that word? Is an infectious disease caused by bacteria called Yersinia pestis. I did not know that.
Arsenio Hall? What? It's called what?
But yeah, that's a plague of his own. These bacteria are found mainly in rodents, particularly rats and in the fleas that feed on them. Other animals and humans usually contract the bacteria from rodent or flea bites. Historically, a plague destroyed entire civilizations.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you. I can read. I deserve some credit for that. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now. What does it take to kick a disease into a plague? Because this is pretty, I don't know. This feels like a plague right now. Because we never considered what this, with the travel and how interconnected the whole globe is. For business, there's people getting on flights going everywhere every day, all over the place. And everyone knows what's happening all over the world simultaneously. And no one ever could have imagined what would have happened or what could have happened because when you think about the spreading of disease and germs and how to control an outbreak, in today's world, it just gets infinitely more challenging. And of course, we have to mention the tragedy that they eliminated an office that was they. You know who they is. It's they. I don't even want to talk about they, but that's what they did. They eliminated the office that would have that was put in place to get everything in order and detect all of when a disease shows itself, they have an ability to
pandemic team.
They have ability to track it, and they hear about it, and then they study it and they prepare for it, and
then they nail it before it's too late. But then he fired those dudes in 2018.
That's right, and that's the thing is. Like I've watched the movies. Like if it wasn't for who was in that? It was like Dustin Hoffman and Rene Russo in one movie. Like wasn't for them, we were all screwed. It was like if it wasn't for like a couple guys who were on it where nobody believes them. This in the film, it always works. Like there's like two smart people out there, and if it wasn't for them, we'd all be dead. Okay, and I feel like in reality, they we know what they do to those like smart guys. But guys. They're like, all right, dude, let's get another guy who isn't as annoying, So, right, that's what we're left with.
Like Zelma from Scooby-Doo, always like, I don't know, they're giving you the hard facts.
Don't be, right, yeah. Yeah, Zelma is like the hardest worker there.
I mean, Scooby and Shaggy, they just kind of stumble on.
Yeah, I think we're totally like Scoob and Shag, like, you know what I mean? It's like we totally sneak off, do our own damn thing, smoke a little weed, have some sandwiches, some Scooby snacks, and then some Doobie snacks.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, do you know that Scooby-Doo, I believe, was named after Sinatra's famous scatting at the end of Strangers in the Night?
Wow.
I believe
I know that.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo comes from Doobie-Dooby-Doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-la. I don't know what it is. It's Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? I mean, I don't know. One guy I keep wondering where he is Jack Bauer, okay? Because out of all the people who busted their ass to prevent like a disease from getting out, he would have done the thing. That's the thing, right? That was what made that show fun, because he would always do the thing that was politically incorrect to save the day. Do you know what I mean? It's like if rules had to be broken, that's exactly what had to happen, and we needed that. No one did nothing, okay? And now things are bad. Things are bad, okay? Things are real bad. But what can I do?
Yeah.
We're making the best of it. This is going to be a different kind of radio show. Like, it's going to have to be, equal parts everything that we're going through, or everything that we miss, and everything that we're feeling. And then what do we do about it going forward? Where do we go from here? We're all figuring this out in real time.
Yeah, man.
No one has any time to put this together. It's like if I turn on the television and look at the news, I hear that I just hear the scariest things coming out. That just if I tune in for a few seconds, I hear all I need to hear. There's nothing more. There's no analysis that we need to know when the numbers keep climbing. And someone told me that they're bringing out all the retired doctors. There's a call to action that the doctors that have retired are being almost legally mandated to get to put the white coat back on and come on in, because we've got a major catastrophe on our hands. I mean, that's the thing. It's like I was going to say that before. It's like when you look out the window, it looks different. Like inside, we're inside. We don't get outside. I don't know what's going on outside. I'm not spending that much time out there. I mean, maybe it's time that I go for a ride just to know what's going on out there. I don't know. Why do I feel, am I wrong to feel that even just like frivolously going out into the world for no real, necessity, just to get out, doesn't, I'm over it. I'm okay with that. I don't need that. Am I wrong to feel that way?
No, man, not at this time, because, I mean, you're helping the cause,
That's what I say. And then I get to focus on what I'm doing here because, it's not a matter of, of any impetus. Like, maybe in the beginning, it started out as a personal need just to keep pushing, because I was in a band. We had some momentum going. And, we were working very hard to get a project going that involved web streaming. And, it culminated in a performance that we captured on the day that we canceled our residency for the week for the first time. We ended up at the last minute whipping together this miracle live stream. And, it was just an emotional thing. And we wanted to maybe find a way to do it again, as long as it was safe. And then just things started happening. A couple of people weren't feeling well, and the conditions just changed really quickly. Things changed between Wednesdays. And we got all the way up to Tuesday, and we were ready to, test out a bunch of ways of getting the live stream out from a new location, which was over here. And we were ready to do that. And yet at the last minute we canceled, but we had put so much work in. And I had just like a fleeting thought. Like, I've been saying to people, like a fart in the wind. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, okay, while we're doing all this, I'm working with a guy who I used to work with at the radio station, who I did like a test show with maybe like 6 months ago to a year ago, to see if his new facility was something that, a place that I could do my show from again. And, there was some, it wasn't a wasted experience, but it didn't come together the way it needed to be ready to go. But at a certain point, we were back in touch, and we did the live stream together. He's the one that I set up to live stream the band. It ended up being in the studio instead of, at the club. But, while we were planning the next one, he wasn't feeling well, and we had already had plans to get together on Monday to do a test podcast just to talk about what was going on. I just wanted, because like much in the sense, like when I did a daily show, it was just the point of a daily show is like when news is going on, it's like I got to get on the air. It's like you need to let's talk about it. We got to get into it. And as I had gotten away from it, it was almost as if like the modern political climate ruined my desire to do radio because it always interrupted what I was trying to do. Butz chord, first one. There it is. All right, sorry, moving on. But yeah, that was the first time the world got to hear the Butz chord. Wait, here we go. Let's do that again. I think it'll come around again. Maybe I skipped back too far. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I was going to get together with Herb to do a show, Butz chord.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
See, now you can hear it. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. So anyway, back to the story. I like stories. So yeah, we had a plan for Monday to maybe get on the air and do it. But it was totally, and then Herb wasn't feeling well, so I scrapped it, okay? Scrapped. And then here we were working to get a live stream for Barely Dead going from here. And we had worked and testing out all this equipment. We had gotten a backup because we had our own gear. The band, it wasn't here. It's quarantined in New Hampshire. I mean, Justin had to go through, had to do multiple stops at, Best Buys in New Hampshire to pick up all the necessary gear and cables we needed to get our own rig going. But we started developing a rig over here at John's to be able to be functional in the event that had problems here for any reason whatsoever. And when we canceled the show, I think Tuesday night, I was sitting at the start at the opposite side of the table. And, I was over there with John, and I was like, well, maybe we can use this live stream to maybe do my show from. Like, I kind of wanted to do that the other day, and it's important, and like there's really nothing else we can do. You know, and it was really just here. I'm really just did it to stay busy. You know, just to keep pushing. Like, I don't know. It's just I know that we were like entertaining people, and that as far as the band was going, like in my reality, I was having a chance to interact with people who would turn to me for fun, and that was a major ingredient in what keeps me going, because that's what I like to do, and that's why I'm here. I just want to be a part of facilitating a good time. I do that in as many different ways and forms as I possibly can. If you know me, you know that that is real talk, folks. Real talk. Butz has a good time, okay? You know, you've been there.
You know, Butz.
What?
You know what I feel, man? I feel like this is your day, bro.
Hmm?
This is what you're doing. Where you're at is where you're supposed to be. It's where you was always supposed to be.
I've been here the whole time, Vibes.
Yeah, man. It's no coincidence that we ended up here again.
You know, it's something that keeps going, and I have to share the idea. It's like, when all that happened with the live stream, the day that our show canceled, the whole day was crazy. And by the end of it, after we did our show, at Milt's studio, it was just me and Milt Reeder, guitar player, and come on, blanking on the name, Rear Window Studios. You know, that's what, and then so he's got a beautiful facility over in Brookline, and you know, we were recording from there. And I remember we just had everyone had sort of moved the gear out. It was kind of like an empty room at this point. It was just the two of us standing around, and we knew he had like the idea in his eye, like in the morning, that this was going to happen. We shouldn't do the gig, and that we should do a live stream instead. He didn't know that I had already booked a guy to do the live stream for the club that night. It was the first time, but it took a while to lock that in. But it all came together. But when he had the idea, he just saw it as like this possibility that would really work, and it was like a wish. Anyway, it was almost as if so many things had already been put in place. Like, this is a story I've told so many times, so it's hard to get into it again, all over again on the air. But, you know, even down to the fact that, you know, John and I had been crossing paths, like, for a couple weeks, but only just in the last few weeks. It had just been intensifying. I see him around here, I see him around there. But then in the last couple weeks that led up to this, I was, like, seeing him a lot. You know, and it was just sort of like, yeah, I should be hanging out with John. It's just like, you know, like, I would see him crossing paths, and we like hang out. But then, like, I sit down and I usually eat when I get home, and then I get the itis, and then I have the cable, and I have the bong, and then I pass the F out. So like, right, exactly. So yeah, Lammy says to me, Micro Center. It was just the craziest thing, because I needed to get one cable in the middle of a setup while we were setting up a live stream. And I knew that while we were doing it, we needed an ace sound guy to backstop us in case there was anything trouble with what was happening, because ultimately the video can tick, but the audio is everything. You know, in music, in everything that, you know, in radio, it's all an audio. It's all an audio game. This video is fun, and you know, we're going to be able to do fun things with it. But apparently, it just can't even handle like a good solid video link right now. But no, you know what? We maximize your Wi-Fi vibes. I think we got something there. Yeah. But anyway, the point is that I drove to the Micro Center to get a cable in the middle of a flurry of activities that would see me never resurface. I had forgotten to call anyone. In my head, I wanted to call Lammy, because I'd seen him around. He's down for the cause. I know that from history. And, you know, he's a good guy. He'd probably do me a solid and come over here and tighten it up. You know, his services are valuable, okay? Extremely valuable. But, you know, there's like that kind of work, and then there's like helping artists on the come up. And that is Lammy's true gift, is he knows how to do both of those things. He helps out people who need the help, and then, you know, takes the cash from the people who got it. And, you know, except right now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Except right now, we both ain't taking cash from nobody. So once again, if you want to make a donation to me and John, Venmo at Butz Show, Butz Show. But yeah, so that was the thing, is I got to Micro Center, and who walks by my car window at that moment but John Lammy? And I say to him, 9 o'clock, bro, can you make it? And he was there, and he made it work. And it's just like, since that That was the moment that cemented it all. But to get back to the between me and John, but to get back to the Milt story was essentially Milt and I were standing there, and with all of this stuff that had just happened and everything that was about to happen, because while we played that gig, we found out that the NBA, one of the the Utah Jazz game, there had been a player that had been scratched from the lineup who wasn't feeling well, the center Rudy Gobert, who had even made light of the situation earlier in the day by, saying he wasn't feeling well and everyone was acting too crazy about the virus. And he started touching all the mics at the press conference, like, oh, now you can't do anything anymore, haha. And then they had the game as scheduled, and everyone was in the seats. They had done the intros, starting at guard, Donovan Mitchell, whatever. They brought everyone, and then it was like maybe at the Garden, it's like right around when they play Welcome to the Jungle. It's like we're just about ready for tip-off, okay? And then like people came out of the locker room, some doctors, and they went to the referees, and they said, wait 1 minute. And they had found out that earlier, Rudy, I think that in OKC, it was in Oklahoma, and Oklahoma City, and I think they found out at the local hospital that Rudy Gobert tested positive for the coronavirus. So they had to cancel the game with everyone in there, and I think it had been in there earlier. They had knew that the virus was in the building at some point, and they were just like, you know what, this is ridiculous. And they canceled the game. They sent everyone home. They found out that even some, I think his teammate Donovan Mitchell also tested positive. And it created a lot of craziness, so much so that they realized they couldn't even chance anything from that point on. And the season was canceled very shortly thereafter. The season had been suspended until further, and that's where it still stands. I actually read that they're going over some proposals as to how to possibly finish the season. They still intend on trying to finish the season, in case anyone didn't know that. But, just to dot the I's and cross the T's on an important moment between me and Milt was that we're standing there, and I say to him, we're both sort of sharing the same awareness of what we're feeling about how the world, changed in the middle of that set. But we sort of knew it was almost, we felt the swirling about us. Like things were happening that involved us, and that somehow we had pulled the plug on something, but it was about, all the plugs were about to be pulled. Maybe we were the first light to go out as far as who was taking their non-distancing business into quarantine. It's like we had made that decision at that moment, and it was almost as if that was like, if all the lights were on, that was the first light that went out, and then it was just like... And here we are, So, but the thing is things were changing, and it's. And I was talking about it yesterday, how we feel like even after, 10, 12 days. This is that Tuesday. I mean, I don't know, because it goes back a week further than that, honestly. So it's been a couple weeks. It's been 2-3 weeks where nothing is as it was before. And even though it's only been 2 weeks, it's created a profound shift in a lot of us.
Yeah, man. It's because, man, with the lack of leadership in command and control of the situation has, made, everything more frantic, It's that's when there's no leadership, man, it's like everything crumbles, That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, and we would never have known that because even our bad leaders were okay leaders. They had some qualifications. Like a guy like Nixon had qualifications. He might have been a scumbag. There's a lot of scumbag politicians, but at least they kind of understand the game. It's like this guy is just the guy we got now is a boob.
They were able to work with people, but they had more respect. I mean, this dude says whatever he wants to.
He's got no respect vibes. That's absolutely right.
There's no filter. There is no filter, none whatsoever. It's like, I can say this because I'm Donald Trump. That's the end of the line.
And I honestly believe.
My favorite
go ahead.
thing ever is that he's the only. He got the Stone Cold Stunner. I can just watch that over and over again.
Yeah, Lammy, you want to pull up some video, on a loop of Donald Trump taking a Stone Cold Stunner from Steve Austin, I think you can probably find that. You know, why not? I think I agree with you that that's something that the people would like to see right about now.
I mean, because can't nobody else do it, but Stone Cold did it.
The little things that we can do will make us feel like we're having a good time right now, and I want to see him take a stunner. All right, and I think then I'll be ready to call it a night, right? No. Just Donald Trump, Steve Austin. Just do do a search for like Trump and Austin, and we'll see. What? Was he wearing the referee costume vibes at the time?
Yeah, that was right after they had the shaved head.
Oh, so he shaves Vince's head, and then he turns around and in Stone Cold fashion goes after Trump just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Just because he doesn't belong there.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll do it to anyone. I think like this new Stone Cold that comes out every now and again, like nowadays he's is just ready to. He'll stun everyone in the ring, and he's like, "Sorry, I'm Stone Cold," and then they drink beer afterwards, and he stuns them again, and that's how it goes. All right, here we go. Oh wait, it's there. I can see it. Oh wait, there's a commercial.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Well, can we just like not show the commercial, like, or just like dim the screen. Right? Yeah, because like they don't deserve it. Like if you're trying to advertise with the Butz show, we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, there goes Vince. His head has been shaved. We don't need. Oh, we get the audio. Do we get the audio? We don't need the audio. There goes Vince. His head is shaved. Is it? This is Lammy. Oh, there it
Austin
is.
Lashley and Trump celebrating with a cold one. Mr. McMahon won't be celebrating anything for a long, long time.
So wow. Nice head.
They are. You ever notice how big Mr. McMahon's ears are?
Stone Cold.
Not beg your pardon.
Donald Trump, by the way, is in the WWE Hall of Fame. Just in case you wondered. Oh, he didn't take that. You didn't sell that stunner at all. He's a piece of shit president, and he can't sell a fucking stunner. Pardon my French. All right, Manny, I'm done. Wait, leave that. Leave that. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Stone Cold. The stunner, I want to see that again. I agree with you. Please play that again. I don't want the audio. I just want you to keep restarting that. Thank you. All right.
Boom. That's it.
Yep.
Did you get that? You get that song I sent you?
I did. That's a good way to that's a good way to leave. I think. Did you send it to my email?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I got to refresh my email.
That one link I sent to your messenger, but this one it's not finished yet. But I think I can let the people hear this. I like it. Sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, so
it's
what?
a little rough.
Talk about it.
It's a little rough.
You want to talk about it?
It's a rough draft. This is a special treat for you guys, the listeners out there. Know that me, D Vibes, I write music, and you can follow me on Spotify. Go listen to that. I got some good stuff. It's On the Groove. Type in D Vibes On the Groove. You'll find me on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Google, Amazon.
That wasn't what you sent me though, Vibes. You didn't send me one of your tracks.
Yeah, I did. I sent you one of my tracks. This is one of the new ones. That's good. That's gonna be released soon.
I don't think you sent it to me. It's not on my. It's not in my Gmail, bro. Yeah. All right. Well, you work that out. I'm gonna buy us some time. I'm gonna get the wrap up music going. Because I'm ready to wrap it up. I will be eating. You will eat.
Oh yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at the end of the show for the day. I want to thank you guys for sticking around and hanging out with me and D Vibes. And yeah, there's good old Stone Cold drinking a beer. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there goes the stunner. It's nice. Every time I look back up at the screen, I want to see him almost be able to take the stunner. I think this is a nice treat to be able to give the people. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, okay, I'll bet that didn't feel pleasant. Yeah. I wonder if like Stone Cold actually put some stank on it, like he likes to. You know? You're all Stone Cold. Give me a hell yeah. Hey, Vibes, where's my friggin' hell yeah?
He had to, man.
Did I get? Well, I think I just lost you. Yeah, I think it's there it is. See, I didn't hear you.
I'm still there. You hear me?
No, not really. Vibes, I'm going to say goodbye. I didn't get your song. We'll do it all tomorrow. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump to some other music. But anyway, I'm glad you all stuck around. Like I said, it's not always going to be a fast-paced, action-packed, you know, mega music star coming in and telling us all their secrets. You know, sometimes it's just going to be, you know, me and Vibes having a good time, listening to some music. And I hope that's cool because I have a good time with it. And, you know, I think Lammy, you had a good time today. He's
I had a
nodding at
great
me.
time. My buddy this.
Yeah, man. Well, that's why we did it. So, wait, I'm not done. I'm not really done.
I think it's over in your email now.
It is? See, I knew that something was missing here. And then there was like some video I kind of wanted to play. Oh, there we go. Here we go, Vibes. Let me see what's going on here. I hate when this, when I download it here, it's going to give me like 2 seconds of the tune probably. Wait, let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I'm working on it. So anyway, yeah, Vibes gave me a tune. It's called Free World. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory when you hear it. I mean, this is like just a preview for the people, you know. You guys get to hear this.
Yeah, if my computer wants to like cooperate and download the damn thing. But yeah, no, you're going to hear it. What is that? Is it where? Yeah, oh, there we go. Okay, now it's talking. But, you know, now I still have more to do. So, Vibes, what's the vibe on this tune? Is it sort of like, what do you got?
It's like a ballad. It's a ballad, man. It's, I mean, it just talks about living in a free world, man, and the challenges that we have to come to while we are in the free world, you know? It's
oh,
like,
there
what does it mean to really live in the free world, you know, when really nothing is free? And as we see now, like, it's a problem for them to even like make anything free during a time where nobody could even barely work, you know, but they call it the free world, you know?
Right.
So,
well, it better be the free world right now because I can't afford shit.
Exactly. Me neither, bro. Me neither.
Well, I love you, Vibes.
You thought I was a broke musician before.
I'll see you tomorrow, bro. This is Free World by D Vibes.
Yeah.
And Butz out.
Living in the free world, money wouldn't even be a thing. But since we're living in the free world, where money rules everything, if we was living in the free world, money wouldn't even be a thing. But since we're living in the free world, where money rules everything. How did you get it? You got the bite, you can name it, so bad. Every time I turn the TV, say so alright, and they moving these memories out the homes and the quiet, destroying community, so we won't be united. since we're living in the free world, where money rules everything. If we was living in the free world, money wouldn't even be a thing. But since we're living in the free world, where money rules everything. If we was living in the free world, money wouldn't even be a thing. But since we're living in the free world, where money rules everything. How did you get it? You got to buy it. If you get it, you should play it. Every time I turn the TV, see I'm better, so alright. And they moving these families out the homes on my credit, destroying community, so we won't be united. Feeding us on these lies, continually we blinded. Hearing the bitter truth, but do we wanna find it? I hate we gotta live this way. If we living in the free world, money wouldn't even be a thing. But since we're living in the free